Hey guys, I want to talk about the Thrunite TH10 headlamp. This is like my third attempt at this video, guys. Originally I filmed a kind of an outdoors video. I went outside, chopped a little wood, did some stuff like that while wearing the headlamp. And when I was looking at the footage, I realized I'm making a commercial, not a review, and it's not really showing you the quality. It's showing you the light, but it's not showing you the quality that you're getting. So I came back in and I filmed a tabletop review. And yeah, it shows it, but you know what? What basis of comparison do you have? You know, I could tell you it's good quality all day long, but the only way you're going to see that real quality is to put it up against other headlamps. So what I wanted to do here is I pulled out the collection, and we're going to do kind of a head-by-head and show you the good and the bad of these and why this TH10 blows these guys out of the water. Now what we have on the bottom are two cheap eBay headlamps. You've seen them on this channel before, but you also notice that those videos are gone. There's a reason for it. There's some quality issues with these cheapos. Up top on the ends are two Princeton Tec flashlights. They were both like $29.99. They're still available today. These are very popular amongst ultralight backpackers, which I dabbled in years and years ago, so which is why I have them. But these aren't going to compare to this Thrunite. And in the middle here, we have the Thrunite. Let's get to the numbers, because I know some of you guys have to have the numbers, so we're going to go through them. Thrunite TH10 uses one 18650 battery or two CR123s, and those CR123s can be rechargeable. It has springs on both sides of the battery compartment, so you can use unprotected batteries. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can in a pinch. So just wanted to put that out there. This thing has 5 different modes. It has a Firefly mode, which is 0.2 lumens, which will run you 65 days. Yes, 2+ months on Firefly mode. Your low mode, which is 11 lumens, which will give you 107 hours, which you're talking about 5 days right there. Your medium is 172 lumens, which will run for about 9 hours. And your high, 490 lumens, which will run for 178 minutes, or just about 3 hours. Your turbo mode is 750, yes, 750 lumens for 118 minutes, so in that neighborhood of close to 3 hours. The SOS is also 750 and runs for about 6 hours. Interesting thing to note too, the working voltage on this is 2.7 to 12 volts. So it's pretty resistant to if you're using batteries maybe that are a little stronger, a little weaker, or whatever. You know, you don't have to worry about frying things in it. It is waterproof to the IPX8 standard, 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Impact resistant up to 2 meters, aircraft grade aluminum, type 3 hard anodized finish. Comes with a spare O-ring, as well as a replacement plastic rubber backer for the headlamp. It says the beam distance is 148 meters. I've only tested it out to about 55, 60. It's a Cree XM L2 LED. And I think that's it for the numbers. Let's get into comparison. I've used a lot of headlamps over the years. Cheap, expensive. I've thrown a lot of them in the trash, to be honest, because they've either broken or just been such a hassle that they had to go. Now what you see here is a pretty good amount of diversity on the table. You got these cheapos versus the kind of expensive Princeton Tecs. So we're going to go over this stuff. Compare point by point. First of all, everything on the table except the Thrunite is plastic. The Thrunite is aluminum. Now here's the problem. Okay, this thing looks pretty cool. It's pretty bright. I think it's like 700 lumen as well. It's got that focusable beam, so you can make it from a thrower to a flood. You know, a little plastic light on there. It looks pretty decent. Used a lot of these. I actually bought 4 of them. You probably saw the videos. Way back in the day I did videos on these. They're great. They break really easy, but they're great. Now, the problem being, we'll open this up. This opens with just 2 little tabs on the sides. Is because there's no waterproofing whatsoever, this is just kind of friction fit, moisture can get in here. And when moisture gets in there, you can get corrosion. So as you can see, we got some corrosion on these battery terminals, and this one here is not even, it's almost falling out. So quality stinks. These things will get moisture, especially if you put them in your nice warm backpack and then bring them out in the cold. You're going to get condensation. That's going to affect your batteries, and you will get things like corrosion. You will get short circuits. These things, I bought 4 of them. This is the last one. It's going in the trash at the end of this video. I mean, this looks like metal, but it's not. Just plastic. Plastic. It's all plastic. Plastic hinge, since this is going in the trash anyway. Saw how easy that just broke. It's supposed to stop, like somewhere along that line, but that easy, guys. That easy. I guess I better get this video right on this take or else we're done. This one here I already broke. Just taking the battery compartment off. The battery compartment broke because it's plastic. This thing's been out in the woods. Look at that. You can see all the guts inside. You can see all the electronics. If moisture gets in there, that's done. And all you got is that little piece of plastic. And look at the threading. Not even threading. There's just one little slot on there. No threading. That just, you know, water can easily work its way through there. No waterproofing at all. This is a cheapo. You're talking probably like an $8-10 eBay guy. Uses three AAAs. That's a lot of weight for such a crummy thing. It's an old school LED too, so it's nothing bright. These might have been 40-50 lumens back in the day. You know, it comes right apart. I mean, look at that. Oops. Yeah, these are going in the trash, so I don't care. That's actually decent. But, yeah, nothing great there. Yep. Trash, we're just going to throw it on the floor where it belongs. Alright. So we got the cheapos out of the way. That's why you don't buy cheap ones, guys. Because that kind of stuff will happen. You will be using these. You'll be out in the woods. It'll be wet. It'll be raining. You will slip. You will fall. You will drop your backpack on something. You will drop your headlamp. Stuff like that happens. That is why you don't buy garbage. The Princeton Tecs. These have got to be better. Right? They're 29 bucks a piece. Okay. So let's talk. We got the same all plastic construction. What's so great about these? Well, check this out. Friction fit. How easy does that pop open? How many times have I opened my backpack and found this like this? Just dangling there. Moisture can get in, water can get in, it can get ruined. You drop this on a rock, you drop it on a log, that will pop open. It's just going to happen, guys. I mean, look at this. If I can get a grip. That's not secure. Any way, shape, or form. There's no waterproofing in there. Pop that open again. There's no waterproofing in there. None whatsoever. There's no gasket, no nothing. Moisture can get in there and ruin that very, very quickly. The button, not waterproof. Nothing's waterproof. Hinge, a little better here. That one's not going to break, unlike the other ones. Okay, so that's good. The plastic there's a little better quality than those cheapos. The cover is very light plastic, but this is meant to be lightweight, guys. This isn't meant to be, you know, this is meant to last forever. This is meant to be a super lightweight backpacking. Modes on it. Okay. Hey, what's that guy? Yeah, there's a super stupid slow strobe mode to freak you out. How many times I've taken this out in the woods and been cycling through the modes and said, oh, it's off, put it in my backpack. Oh, no, it's on. Yeah, I've drained my battery probably 5 times because of that stupid slow strobe mode. Yeah, that's no good. If you're counting on this for a survival situation, for hunting, for being in the woods, that's not acceptable. That friction fit, the moisture's going to get in there, it's going to get ruined. That slow strobe, you're going to kill your batteries. 29 bucks? Spend the 10 bucks and get the Thrunite. My God. This thing, you know what? Yeah, it's lightweight, but lightweight does you no good when you can't see. Plain and simple. I love the ultralight stuff, guys. I was an ultralight backpacker for years. But you know what? Like I said, it's no good if it's broken. Quality. Good weight is weight that you can depend on. Bad weight is weight that you can't depend on. So let's look at this other guy. Seems a little nicer, a little bigger, a little beefier. Gotta be good, right? So let's look at how it connects. Little screw in the back. Hey, that's gotta be good. Gotta be good. Okay, so that opens up like a hinge. Plastic hinge. Should I pull on it? I don't know, it's a $30 light. I hate to break it. Hate to break it, but no, it's good, it's good. It's not gonna go. So that's actually pretty strong. Once again, no waterproofing, even though it claims to be waterproof. There's no gasket, there's no seal, there's hardly even any ridges. This looks like it's ridged, but it's actually pretty smooth. Water's gonna get into that. It's going to get into it and it's gonna ruin it. And yeah, this is great for like a casual backpacker, but a serious outdoorsman, someone who's going to be hunting in the woods or fishing who might fall in the water, yeah, that's not going to hold up. Sure, it's good, but, well, we've done it every other one. Let's see. No, that one's good too. That one's good. Not going to break. Okay, the mode's on this. Point that away a little bit. Okay, the strobe mode is not as stupid slow as the other one, but basically the modes are, as you can see, almost indistinguishable. You're going from like, you're literally going from like 20, 40, 60, 80. Really? Do we really need 4 modes for that much? You know what, you can only see maybe 10 yards in front of you with this. It's 80 lumen. It's really, you know, it's an 80 lumen and it's flood. Yes, this is really good for close up. You know, you're trying to make a fire or something like that, but that's about it. You have no throw whatsoever with it. Quality, you know, it's not waterproof, it's not tough, it's not rugged. And look at that. See all that? That's moisture built up in there. Because I've taken this thing out in the winter, I've taken it out hunting. A whole bunch of moisture has fogged up the back of that glass. There's no way to pull that apart and fix that. So it's really foggy on top of all that. That's not good. It's not good at all. Once again, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I'd rather spend the extra 10 bucks, carry the extra weight, and have a nice quality flashlight. This thing, let's take a look at it. Can't get that wrong. It's got a nice aluminum cap. Hear how smooth those threads are? The spring is on there. You can see there's like 3 little welds holding the spring on. Battery's in here. Battery fits nice and tight. Gotta be careful because it is spring loaded, and these protected batteries are actually under quite a bit of little pressure. The button is good quality. It's not raised, so you don't have to worry about hitting it just by jostling around. It's actually got glass. It's free floating, so it kind of uses this. It can go all the way up, all the way down, which is very handy when you're in the woods, or if you're on the house, you can point it up, so you can point it at your ceiling so you're not blinding everyone as you walk around. You can point it down, which is very important if you're going to the bathroom in the woods. I hate to be vulgar, but guys, this stuff does happen. And when you have a headlamp that points straight out, trying to get it to point down while you are going to the bathroom involves tipping your head at a weird angle, which when you're squatting on the ground is a little on the difficult side. I really like the way that does, and this piece of rubber here is completely removable, so if you want to take this off and just use this as a little hand flashlight, you can. Or and plus they come with a replacement one as well, so if it does break or rip, you got a replacement. Unlike these where if that hinge breaks, you're just done. You're done. This thing, if that breaks on you, you can still walk around with that flashlight and you're still good. There is no hinge when it comes to the flashlight itself. We'll go through the modes real quick. How this works. One long hold gets you firefly mode. That will turn it back off. It goes on, it uses a memory mode, and it will cycle through your 3 modes, the low, medium, high, which are the 11, 170, and 400. You have to long hold to cycle through them. And then from any of those modes, a double click brings you to turbo, another double click brings you to strobe, any click turns it off. I like this because if you are, say, in high mode, and you want to turn it off quickly, say you're hunting, you hear a noise, whatever, you know, or you're just trying to be stealthy, you can turn it off quickly. You don't have to cycle through 5 modes to turn it off and then have that super slow strobe, you know, turn back on. So I like this quick on, quick off, no cycling. Very, very cool when it comes to the interface on this thing. Plus, if you want to get to turbo, you can get to turbo very fast. I like that as well. A lot of good benefits to this. The good build quality, the good LED, the brightness, the battery length, 65 days on Firefly, guy. My God, you could read every night. You could sit in your hammock and read from dusk until dawn for literally like 120 days, like a fiscal quarter, and you're not going to wear that battery down, which is good. As a backpacker, I love to read. I love to read books, sit in my hammock at night and read. It's nice not to kill a battery. This thing, I'm lucky if I get a trip out of it. This one here, I sometimes don't even get a trip out of it. Those batteries wear down quick, trust me. And for 80 lumens, that's ridiculous. So we got that. I like a lot about it. Like I said, I like those ergonomics. You can put it up, down, any which way. You can take it off, use it in your hand. The head strap, you know, nothing special to say about it. It's, you know, it's that stretchy material. It's pretty comfortable. I left it on my head and watched a bunch of movies around the house. It's pretty comfortable. I took a nap in it. It stayed put. It didn't go flying off or ended up at somewhere it shouldn't be, like where all the lost socks are. So quality's pretty decent. You know, it's nothing amazing. I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about, but the quality is definitely in the light. It's such a nice light. It's waterproof. I dunked it. I should have brought some water, guys. I do apologize, but I did dunk it. It is waterproof. I've dropped it a couple times. It hasn't broken on me yet. So there you go, guys. How do you want to spend your 40 bucks? You know, look how much more you're getting. You're getting higher quality, better materials, longer battery life, higher lumens, better waterproofing, better shock resistance for $10. I mean, that's good value. I always like to show you guys good value, and the best thing to show you, I think the best way to show this was to show you what happens to those cheap eBay flashlights. They're junk. Even these Princeton Tecs, they're not bad, you know, for 30 bucks, but my God, $40 Thrunite blows it out of water. The only downfall is the weight. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's much heavier. But in the end, you have to think about yourself. What's more important to you, quality or weight? And that little bit of weight, I think the light is a very essential piece of gear. It's one of your most important pieces of gear. If your light fails, you know, you have an emergency, you know, something happens to you during the night. You need to get out of there. You need to count on your flashlight. It's that simple. That is a piece of gear. That is a very important piece of gear. And things happen, guys. Animals, sickness, you know, you drink some bad water, bad food, whatever. People need to get out of the woods sometimes in a hurry. And to have a light you can't count on, not worth it. I'll take the extra weight. I'll spend the extra 10 bucks. This thing is the king of my collection now. I do not ever foresee myself going back to these little plastic junkers. I've broken too many. I've probably thrown 20 of these things in the garbage over the years. It's not going to be the case with this Thrunite. The quality is so much better. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed.